What's up, everyone? It's your CG here, and today I'll be showing you guys around the entire base, besides parts that you're not allowed in. I'll show you the classroom areas that you're supposed to go to, and yeah, so let's get started. So the first area that we got here is the classrooms. There is two classrooms. If you look to your right, this is your basic classroom. Same for the left side. Both are very generic classrooms. Something special about these. But if you look to the right when you exit the TECOM area, you'll see the classrooms. This is where you'll take people for tryouts and STs. So yeah, this is the first area over here. Just your very basic classrooms. Next we got the standard training area. If you look inside here, this is where you host your standing trainings. Via example, standard trainings, it's very generic, very basic. You will host, you follow the document, and you'll do everything as told. I believe the obby's over here instead of here, so you won't be using this obby, you'll be using this one. So keep in mind that this is the S2 area over here, so when people are or fucking when people tell you to come over here, it's to the left of the TCOM area when you leave. So yeah, this is the entrance area. So yeah, next area. Alright, so next to the uniforms over here, there will be a little alley. You'll take it straight up, and you'll encounter the parade deck. This area is used for screenshots. Very self-explanatory. This might change soon due to the fact that this is probably the most inefficient way to finish ART, but if it doesn't, you'll be here. You'll be wedging, taking your screenshots. Again, there's three routes for it. You could take the standard route, which is to the right of the standard train area, and there's a little board over here. I'm pointing at it. It says parade deck. You'll fall right in over here, and then go to the pads. Next one is the one that I just discussed about, and finally there's a trail. If you follow this trail, you'll definitely get to the area, but the quickest way is this way over here, the little alley. So yeah, let's get to the next one. Quick thing I want to mention: if you're a TCOM, you should be standing on either of these pads or just be hanging around this area. This is not your area. This is the Fort Con and 2MD's area to guard. This is not yours, so ignore it. But besides that, if you look to your left, you'll see the tryout obby. If you walk on this little white line, you encounter pads. We'll be using these pads for PI screenshots and event screenshots for now until we figure out what to do with these. Look over here, this is your box jumps, and all the way over there is your obby, the RT obby. So basically, this line splits between RT and tryout and where we'll do this. So yeah, with that being said, let's tour around the inside. So first thing you'll encounter is the uniform. Well, essentially, you'll encounter whoever goes through that area, but if you're entering from here to look for uniforms, this is your uniform area. You'll be using this for uniforms if you don't want to go to the other one. So yeah, this is your uniforms. You'll take your recruits in here, and if you want to, you can change it here yourself. To change the uniforms just for this one example. If I could, there we go. So I'll just change real quickly to something nice. There we go. So you can change in there. You don't have to go out there, but you can change in here. Next over here is the classroom area. So this is where you teach them all the stuff that they'll learn. You don't need to cross this out. This is not important. This is the main importancy, the general orders and the three core values. Basically, they'll learn the basics in here about everything, all the rules and all that. That'll be applied indoors, which is why half of the RT is a classroom now, and all that. And then when you come over here, this is your barber. This is where you take them, you line them up right over here, single file line, and make sure y'all get their haircuts, fall back in, and then you go over here, yada yada. Very basic stuff. It's in the RT guide. Now, when you spawn in, you spawn over there and over here. I don't know who put in a document. It'll be changed though, but you could not walk through these doors. you won't be using these doors at all. I don't know why that was mentioned, but we can fix that. But essentially, you'll have one row for yourself, and if there isn't enough room, you'll wait single file line over here, so until there is room. So you'll wait. Essentially, this is a lot of waiting, but basically each drill instructor will have a role for themselves. They will not spread them out because that's very dumb. We don't do that, but they'll explain everything, stuff that they have to talk about in here, and then they'll talk about other stuff over there. This is the section to speak about, I believe, the basic command, and over there you can go over the rules and all that. And then finally, the most common area that you'll see throughout your entire TECOM lives is the gate, the very basic gate. As you can see, anyone can open up that gate. It's not just one person. Anyone can open that up. Says he doesn't have permission to fall in, but anyone can open up this gate. So you need to keep in mind they'll be waiting here, and if they enter in, they'll get executed. So keep that in mind. You see here, there's a TECOM here, but essentially, you need to prepare. I keep on saying essentially a lot because it's very important, but you need to prepare because they could just walk in here freely and wait. I don't know why they're not opening now. I'm assuming that they're waiting, but as you can see, someone's here is waiting for a DI or JDI. So your jobs are more important now compared to the V2. It was still important, but now it's way more important. If you look over here, this is where you'll take them up a latch, and you'll explain, probably the most scariest part for them is like, hey, this is your last time you'll be through these doors unless you fail. Understood? And then after that, boom, you're in here. You spawn over here, so get to the uniform room first before anything. Also, key notes, use these steps. Don't jump over here, because that's not professional. Professionalism is key. Walk over here. Right face. I'm on mobiles, so the frames are shit, I know. Real quickly, I'm just gonna get on top of here. Essentially, sometimes I keep on saying, oh, I hate that word, but I'll be up here. I like saying essentially because it really does make sense most of the time, but I'll be standing on top of here sometimes watching you guys. Same with TECOM. If they got a bike, if they don't, they can just ask me. What they're doing is they're adding a staircase over here. Well, no, not over here. Over here, they're adding a staircase. So this will be only TECOM plus. But when that's done, it's gonna be fire, and I'm gonna be able to overview RTs. Our goal is to make sure that we have everything functioning well. It's seeming like we don't really need the tryouts done right now, since there's barely any people joining anyway. So with that being said, yeah, this video will be shown in announcements, and then after, during a meeting with all the officers. This will make more sense when you watch it. Well, if you watch through it, at least it'll make more sense when you see it compared to watching it. So just note that. Just rewatch if you don't understand anything. I'm sorry for my mumbling, all of that. It's kind of 2 o'clock in the morning right now, so basically you don't want to wake people up. But for anyone that's patrolling, there'll be a video on how to patrol. Besides that, have a good day, and remember, do not stay on these paths. Do not bother the guards. They'll destroy you. They have full permission. So yeah, have a good day. Have a real good day.